Alright, let's see what the view is like. Gotta take this hanger off that's been holding the blinds closed while I've been asleep. Sphere, mountains, not bad. It was actually really nice the other day when the sun was rising. Show that picture to you one day. That's Venetian, by the way. Alright, while editing this morning, I realized I left you hanging on that trivia question and on the hours through 37 days. I'll do that in the near future. I didn't really have time, and I didn't really remember yesterday. Did want to say, main event. Don't know exactly what day this video is getting published, but the main event at Orleans is starting on Wednesday, which I think is July 2nd. 8 day one flights over 4 calendar days. So Wednesday has 2 day one flights, so does Thursday. Friday also has 2 day one flights, Saturday has 2 day one flights. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, each 2 day one flights, and then day 2 starts Sunday, and they play down to a winner. I remember last year, if you made day 2, you cashed. That was it. You needed to survive day 1 and have chips and come back to the restart on day 2, and then everyone who was still there on day 2 cashed. I don't know if it'll be the same this year, but it was that way last year. Also last year, you could play multiple flights, and if you bagged multiple days, you took your bigger chip stack to day 2 and you got compensated some amount of cash for the stack that was coming out of play, the shorter stack. Don't know if that's the case this year also, but it was last year. So wanted to do that. I kind of mentioned it a few videos ago and then never got specific about it. Also, shout outs. The guy who mentioned Yukon Pizza in the comments, met him at Orleans. Don't think I ever got his name. Also, the day I met William, the Mad Hatter, the Mad Turkey, Patrick was in seat 8. As soon as William started talking about spoons and rice, Patrick was giving answers such that it seemed that he was aware of the videos, and then later it was explicit. He was at that table. Think that's gonna do it. I don't know if there's another shout out I forgot that I wrote down. I'll get to it eventually. I actually slept last night. It's around 6:30 and I have enough time to go to the weight room. Probably not do everything I want, but I have enough time to go there and come back and then head to Planet Hollywood. The start of three shifts. Here, Orleans in the morning, and then I said here. Planet Hollywood at night, Orleans in the morning, Planet Hollywood tomorrow night. But then after that, the day off. So expect some Herbs and Rye footage, because no matter what time of day he's done playing Wednesday, I should be available to do something. And I think that's going to do it for now. I will bring the camera and probably film at the crosswalk between Cromwell and Bally's. I'm in the flamingo habitat. Are they asleep? Is this duck asleep? Is that, I don't know, I've never seen ducks asleep. I guess this is what they do. This duck is just standing here. I don't know. Hope I don't wake them, but I'm going to film. Alright, Orleans paycheck information, very quickly over the things that I talk about all the time. Hours, yeah, a couple minutes off, not a big deal. Don't think there was any overtime. Didn't deal cash, not that tips could be anything but exact. Cash tips, take them home. When I do deal cash and get cash tips, or tips via chips that I convert to cash at the cage and then take home. The pay, because it's been different than last year. So last year, they guaranteed $15 per no limit down, $20 per mix game down. This year it's different, no guarantees. I'm still using the same system to allocate the money. So last year, that's what I did in my spreadsheet, 15 per no limit, 20 per mix game. And then there was extra. And I allocated that money in a certain way with a formula that takes into account the fact that mix game downs are more valuable. Orleans was saying that when they said we pay 20 for mix game downs and 15 for no limit. And also the factor that there's just way more no limit downs. Every pay period, not every day, but every week, every pay period for the summer, way more no limit tournaments, way more no limit downs. So allocated the extra money that way. So I'm doing the same thing this year. First $15 goes to each no limit down. Next $20 goes to each mixed game down. Then I allocate the extra. There hasn't been much extra this year. So here we go. This year, this second pay period, this year in 2025, $15.80 using this system for no limit downs. Last year, it was $17.19. Second pay period Last year, 2024, no limit downs, using the same system to allocate the money, 1719. So last year was about 9% more than this year. The reason? I don't know. But those are the numbers. Also, mixed games, very similar. Mixed games, this second pay period, 2025, whatever's on the screen is exact. I think it was 2106. And last year, second pay period, money per mixed game down, I think it was 2291. I know it was almost the exact same thing, about 9% more last year. So a few things to note. One, still a ton of money to be doing this. After dealing, my next highest paying job on the books was loading trucks at UPS. I did that several times, and I don't think I ever got more than 13 an hour. So still a lot of money. The reason, yeah, I don't know if tipping is down. It could be. If it were, that would explain a lot of it, I suppose. I don't know if it is. I don't know. You know, I never looked at that last year. I actually found in one of the binders a number for tips. I think for it was either for a week or a 2-week period, but kind of pointless to mention it because I have no idea if that's a lot or not a lot, or if last year was more or less. So nothing to compare it to, and completely out of context. But yeah, about 9%. Man, it's really humid out here. About 9% less this year for both. And second pay period, because last year I remember the third pay period was the pay period that included the main event, and there was a lot of extra money. I think there was $777 extra in that paycheck that I didn't expect to get above the guarantees, and I suspected it was because the payouts in the main event were so large, and mostly for that, maybe not the only factor, but mostly that factor. So same pay period, you know, almost the same exact dates. I think this year it was June 6th through June 19th, and last year it was like June 7th through June 20th or something. But yeah, I kept all the you know, variables similar that I could, and different. And if you want to go to my Patreon page and look at, it was a few Mondays ago, if you want to scroll down a little bit, one of the recent Monday posts was last year, each pay period, 4 of them, for each one, the no limit pay and the mixed game pay. The guarantees combined with the extra money that I allocated via a formula I came up with. So yeah, you don't need to look at the second pay period because I just told you both numbers. But if you want to check out the first pay period, the third pay period, which included the main event, and the fourth pay period, the information is there. So just keeping you updated on a few things paycheck related. Last thing I showed you before I went into work, this is many hours later, but last thing you saw, the lemon curd and olive oil ganache cronut mix of a croissant and a donut. I think I mentioned it before, but it's finally, now that it's after midnight, it's finally July. It's July 1st for me right now. The cronut flavor, there's this place in Paris now. It used to be a pizza place. While I was gone, between August and March, it changed. But there's a place in Caesars, which is like right over there, that has the same store, restaurant, whatever. One flavor every month and then discontinued forever. So if there's a flavor you like, you really have to take advantage of it. In May, it was strawberry something, and I was like on the fence, like, I probably like it, but not my favorite thing. So I held out. I waited till June. That flavor just sounds terrible to me. So had to hold out till July. It's closed now. It's not 24 hours, but tomorrow when I walk to work, I will pass it and see what the July flavor is. So now I know what to do, because I didn't enjoy waiting this whole month for another flavor. If it's even something that might be possibly halfway decent, get it. Otherwise, you gotta wait another month. So I've been waiting like 6 weeks to get one of those things. So we'll see what the flavor is tomorrow. I have no interest in trying lemon curd and olive oil ganache, even if you liked lemon, which I don't. And I don't think I would like olive oil in a sweet. Yeah, I cook my chicken with olive oil, but when I have a kitchen. Even if I like those things, putting the word curd in there seems so unappetizing to me. So I didn't try it, but now it's July. What went on? What went on at work? Interesting, I left my stick in the room. I had to go back and get it. We were down to 2 tables. We had 3 dealers. I was on break. The other 2 dealers were dealing the 2 tables, and while I was on break, it's pretty much just hanging out at the front desk and brushing. Gotta cross the street. Oh my God.
while I was on break, both tables went down. So it would be different if I were dealing and had my stick right there and was using it, and then that table broke and I went home. Like, I left it on the counter, and then I was brushing, kind of cleaning up the garbage and stuff, and then I was out and I forgot it on the counter. I had to go back and get it. Oh, if I went back to my room and had showered and laid in bed and were on the verge of sleeping and remembered I left it there, I would go back and get it. That is very important to me. So yeah, told you about the Orleans, the down rates, different than last year, and gave you an update on what's going on. Do have the opportunity to get some sleep before Orleans. Going to take advantage of it. And yeah, that will make the next 2 shifts not that bad. 8 game in the morning at, what do you call it? At Orleans. And then typical day at PH at night. Don't know exactly what the 8 games are. And actually, someone just asked me at PH. A coworker of mine also works at Orleans. Don't remember, but I'll see when I get in. Delta 9 game earlier this year, so I figure it's 8 of those. We're taking 1 out, but I don't know, but I'll figure it out tomorrow. Glad you enjoyed the video. If you want more free poker content and or print poker content as opposed to audio visual, feel free to go to my Patreon page, sign up as a free member, and you will see every free Monday post on my Patreon page. Here's how to do it. Any video of mine that you're watching, below the video, you will see this gray box. It has some information, how many views the video has. It has when the video was published. It has some hashtags. If you scroll down a little, this is all you can see of the gray box at first glance. But on the bottom right, you see the word more. You could click on more. You could drop it down so that you see everything in this gray box, the description of the video. And one of the things is the link to my Patreon page. Clickable link. You could click right there on the words Vegas Poker Nomad. It will bring you to my homepage on Patreon. You could sign up to be a free member, and you will see every free Monday post if you want some more poker content, or if you just want some poker content in print form.